So I have a little story for you guys. You ready for this? This is the time that I met the Texas Rangers. Not what you're expecting, of course, because if you don't live in Texas, you probably don't even know who these people are. So, this goes back in 2009. I had a roommate named Blake. His name is Blake White, and he did not work. So what he did is one day he came home, woke me up, had a trash bag filled with cigarette cartons, and I was just kind of like, "Where the fuck did you get that from?" He was just laughing. He goes, "I stole it." Well, I'm like 18 at the time. I'm not really understanding of, why or like how or how illegal is this. But I was aware he did it. So what he had done is whenever I was asleep the night before, whenever he went inside of Kroger's, I think it was, right as they were closing, and he just like filled up a trash bag and just walked clean out. Apparently he got away with it. I don't know. So because of that, he was like, "Well, this is how I'm gonna pay rent." And I was like, well, here's the thing. He never paid rent. He never paid for fucking anything. His grandmother, however, paid her electric bill one time. So Blake was my roommate, basically living off of me, did nothing to contribute, except for that one time his grandmother helped us out. So fast forward a little bit later on, I found out about a lot of this like after the fact, so like years later after everything settled. So my cousin Callie was dating Blake, right? Popcorn kernel. Sorry about that. My cousin Callie was dating Blake, and she asked me one day, "Hey, can I borrow your car to go for job interviews or job application hunting?" And I said, "Sure, you can take my car." Little did I know that she was going to use my car in a crime. Oh, that was fun finding that one out. Don't worry, everybody got their consequences, so it's all been taken care of. So what had happened was Blake apparently took Callie in my car and one of his friends named Matt. And what they did was they went to Blake's grandmother's house and robbed her at gunpoint. Now, I don't know if she found out it was him through security cameras, because Blake was probably one of the dumbest morons that ever existed. He's over here playing checkers, or he's drawing checkers while everyone else is playing checkers, while the smarter people are playing chess with Crayola color. Like that, he's fucking dumb. So I don't know if he got caught through a security camera or if his grandmother just recognized his voice. Like, honestly, Blake was that kind of guy who was dumb enough to just go into a convenience store to put a ski mask on as he gets to the register to rob the place. Or maybe it was just obvious it was him because he knew the combination to the safe. I don't really know. You tell me. So he stole, I think, 40 or $50,000 worth of cash out of the safe, right? So what happens is Blake comes back and he's just like has a bag filled with money. And at the time, I didn't even question where it came from. I didn't care. I was just like, whatever. It's not my thing. I don't know anything about this. Well, here's the thing. So it was like a day or two later. I'm sitting outside on this. I was really super fucking poor, and we had like this beat up couch in the driveway. So me and my assistant manager were sitting on the couch, and we were both talking about like how to call into work because we had to go to work at Domino's at like 5 o'clock. So we're just sitting out there just bullshitting in the Texas heat, talking about like, oh well, let's call in and do this. Let's get off work and make an excuse so we don't have to go in for this. I never called into work before, so I didn't really know what to do. That's I think why we were doing this in the first place. And all of a sudden, this white truck shows up in my yard, and I'm just like, oh okay, who are you? Well, these two fucking cowboys in white hats and white shirts and gun hoisters get out of the car or out of the truck. They got sunglasses on and everything, and they're just kind of like smiling at us, and they're like, "Is there a Blake White that lives here?" I said, "Yeah, he's inside." And they're like, "All right, we're gonna have a little talk with him real quick." Well, Josh was the assistant manager guy that was talking about my friend. Not really, I guess. I don't really know what you want to call it. He gets up to go inside the house to get Blake. Well, one of the cowboys puts his hand on his hoister. He didn't pull the gun, but he put his hand on the hoister, points his fingers, and said, "You sit your fucking ass down right now." So Josh sits down, and we're just kind of like, "Yo, hello." And he goes inside of the house, and he gets Blake, and Blake comes out just in his boxers because he's like stoned or whatever. I don't even know. Like I was hoping he OD'd or something. I really hated this man. But Blake gets out. They're taking him to the truck, and they're like, "We're gonna take your buddy out for a little car ride for a little bit. We're gonna have a little word with him." And the last thing I remember seeing from Blake is him just staring at us and this look of pure terror on his face. I don't understand what the fuck was even going on. I had no clue. So they take him away, and yeah, I mean, he's in prison now. I think he's in prison for like an unrelated thing, something to do with children. If you know what I mean. I don't really know what he did. I have a general idea, but I'm not allowed to say it because of YouTube. So, yeah, Texas Rangers. If you don't know anything about the Texas Rangers, pretty, it's a pretty big fucking deal, especially in Texas. I think they're like right below the FBI or maybe at the same level as FBI. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's a big fucking deal. But yeah, they came to my fucking house because my dumbass roommate decided to rob his grandmother, and my cousin used my car as a getaway vehicle, and I had no knowledge of that. So whenever it happened, everyone, like I said, everyone's been in trouble. Everyone got had to deal with the consequences of that. But you should basically just know if you're young and you're watching these videos, you should probably just know who your roommates are. You should probably have a good idea of like who's borrowing your stuff. Don't let people use your vehicles and stuff. I mean, I have other stories about Blake. I could talk about Blake all day. Blake was an idiot. He was actually in one of my earlier videos I ever did, where he did the Instructable music video. And the video is kind of famous because I misspelled Instructable and put a B instead of a D. I never changed that title. It's on MySpace. You can no longer watch it, of course, but it sucks because I missed that. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's my story about the Texas Rangers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed story time. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.